And Tessa's live from New York. Or not. Really, it's Midlothian.
Yeah, we're not in New York.
Oh man, I really thought we were.
We're in Old York.
Old York. When I was a young warthog. Sorry.
Is that York spelled with a U?
Alas.
York?
Wait, no, that's York.
Yeah, that's York. Old York.
Old York. What? Wait a minute.
What's wrong, Tess? You don't like Old York?
It's better than Old Yurt.
Please don't
Yurts.
spit on my laptop.
I might.
I mean,
I
Jacqueline's
wanted to.
Jacqueline's already destroyed one. I don't really.
Wait, it's a rite of passage. Now I have to destroy one.
No.
No.
Laptops are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I think I still give her crap for destroying my last laptop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes your friends or loved ones do things and you never let them live it down.
Exactly.
Whenever you have the possibility to
Bring it
mention
up.
it, you just mention it.
Exactly.
I do all the time.
All the time.
I think somebody almost spilled something in her laptop at work the other day, which is why it came up.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I'm like, hey, we will do that. Hi, everyone. How's it going? We're just talking about destroying laptops.
Yep.
Casual.
So we'll start off with the most important thing today. It's Tessa's birthday.
Happy birthday, Tess.
Happy birthday, Tess.
Yay!
She's 12. I mean, 21.
Basically.
How
Basically
do
12.
numbers work?
They don't.
Front or backwards, one or the other. There's a 2 and a 1 involved. Y'all, you take your
Put them
pick.
wherever you are.
Put them wherever you want.
According to my robot friends, there's a 0 and a 1 involved.
No, we're not doing that.
No?
Mm-mm.
No, not playing that game.
So you're saying you're non-binary?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I absolutely am.
That
I'm
was
more,
a lot of terrible setup for that
It
joke.
was awful.
I'm more epsidic than all that. Yes. But yes, it's Tessa Boo's birthday. Now she's Miss Tessa Boo.
Yeah. Her 21st birthday, so she's going to do what every 21-year-old should do: go home and go to bed.
I am.
It's like, yeah, today was such a long day.
I'm
I
going to
shall
bed.
nap.
It's what you're supposed to do. It's what I do every year on my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, the end of yet another day.
It's the end of yet another day. Yeah. Bill, y'all go right ahead and sing.
Yeah,
to her.
sing all you
Yeah.
want. I'll
You're
let
not,
it.
you're
Okay.
not going to get me to sing. Nope. Not going to happen.
Steve brought her some cupcakes, and I was like, Steve, we're not singing. Like I didn't really say it, but he lit a candle on the cupcake, and I was like, no. And I was like, I bet Steve has a lovely singing voice.
Oh, I
He
bet
looks like
does.
the person.
Yeah,
I bet
I
he
mean,
does.
his speaking voice is
Yeah.
already, yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you. Yeah. You go right ahead, Steve.
Oh my god.
You know what? We think the boss man should sing this to
Yeah.
Tess,
Yes, please.
not us mere employees. Like you
Put
don't
in a
want
request.
you don't want us mere employees to sing.
Oh my god.
Was Alex here for that?
No,
Oh,
no,
dang.
she had.
Yeah,
she'd
I had to
already
blame both of
gone.
them then. Yeah, yeah. Steve and Alex, you go ahead and
Yeah,
you
do
you
it.
sing that.
Can I film it?
No. I like music, Bill. I do not like sing or play an instrument. And I will also be fair. You can't even get me in a conversation about music because odds are I don't know who they are or who sung what. I just know what I like. And then if it pops up and like, hey, it's a concert, I'm like, hey, I know them.
Coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah, I am not your music historian at all. It is not.
But you can ask Steve.
Yeah, he
Well,
knows.
He knows all.
He knows
Yeah.
all the music.
Yeah, Steve. That's a whole different conversation.
I like to sing when I'm in my car by myself with no one else around because I am terrified of singing in public.
Wow.
I've done many other stupid things in public, but singing is not.
Singing
one.
is not one of
I
them.
take it back once.
I don't know. To be fair, Tess and I have heard Tommy in the back when he's chained, sitting there going, "Nobody knows."
But there's
So we
also
have-
my metal cup clanging
Yeah,
against the
but
bars.
it's- yeah. So it kind of gets that tone to it. So,
Yeah, yeah.
so Tess and I have heard that from Tommy a time or two, but not much else.
Oh my God.
Hi, Megan. How's it going?
Hooray.
May your noodle arms be forever noodly.
Thank you,
Yes,
Brian.
She's working out with the
with the bracelet.
With the friendship bracelet. Her 30 friendship bracelets per arm is her
Uh-huh.
weightlifting now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, as Steve told you not to pick up any long boxes? Has he made that rule for you
He
yet?
has not made that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to him then.
But before then, I'm gonna need you to move some stuff.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Until he has that conversation with you, all right?
I'm gonna start moving so many long boxes. So many, and I'm gonna do it in front of Philip.
Not my workers' comp policy.
Exactly.
I'm good. All good, man.
Oh my God.
I like you are just now a humble employee of Richmond Comics.
Aw. Finally on our level.
That's right. I'm right there with you.
We knocked you back down.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't talked to Alex this week. There may be a chance I report to you now. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
No clue.
Yes, Miss Tess. Right away, Miss Tess.
Exactly.
I may do that anyway now.
Oh my
Just
God. You see, and I responded well to that. I was like, ha, that's really funny, even though I hated it. You know?
Well, yeah, once again, it's your own fault.
Well, we've gotten to know you now. I believe I said this a week or two ago. You have a real laugh and a fake laugh,
I do.
and I've learned them. So
Yeah.
So you know. You
Yeah.
know all
It's
my
fine.
secrets.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you make it pretty obvious.
I do.
Like the things you laugh at with us. It's
Uh-huh.
like there's no way.
She's
There's no
like,
way that was
I
funny.
don't know what those words are. You guys are so funny.
It's all pity. It's a pity laugh. You're
And-
welcome.
And just if anyone's wondering, if Tess is drinking, she is. She's got a Pepsi. So she's hitting the hard stuff tonight. She's gone from her water cup to
My
Pepsi.
water Pepsi.
So just
You need to slow it down.
Oh
Cut
yeah.
off.
I know that's
so it is 100% true. Her water glass is nowhere to be seen, and she's chugging a Pepsi.
I am. You can blame Steve. He bought them for me.
There's going to be a chance that they'll be belching later.
Jacqueline's coming by?
No, that's a croak.
That's a croak.
Oh, you're right. You're right. My bad.
Yeah,
My bad.
that is absolutely a croak.
Hurtful. It's Diet Pepsi. So,
So, yeah, yeah. And
It's the
some
hard-ish
in
stuff.
some circles we call those light sodas. I think I broke her.
Thank you, Megan, for caring about my safety.
All right, so we'll probably continue to talk about Tess's 21st birthday.
Mm.
We're going to talk about some books, a couple of events, RCX media probably, because we need to talk about a couple of shows coming up that came out and coming up.
Yep.
So we will start with books. Dude, no, that's Tommy.
Mm. Well, that's the issue. I'm gonna turn into that.
I need it to live. I don't think I can survive without it anymore.
Yeah, I'm the only sober one here.
Sober.
The rest of them's drunk on caffeine.
Well, I got this cool Mothman shirt that looks like a Mountain Dew
It's
shirt.
so amazing, by the way.
Phoebe gave it to me for my birthday.
I
It's
love
pretty cool.
it so much.
Yep. I myself am caffeine free.
I don't even know how you exist.
Right?
Some days I don't. Man.
Some days I just blink out.
Just wake out. Yeah.
God.
All right. We'll start with the challenge of Kitty Pride, number 2.
Exceptional X-Men.
Exceptional.
It's still just a Kitty Pride book.
It is. It's 99% Kitty, just doing Kitty stuff.
She goes to a soccer game with a friend.
No,
Actually,
it
it's
was
a date.
supposed to be a
It was
date.
supposed to be it was supposed to be the date that didn't happen in issue 1.
Yeah.
Kind of happened in here.
And then some kids that were mutants got harassed, and Kitty was like, "Well, gotta save these kids."
And then Kitty's like, I'm so tired of this crap.
Yeah, and then one of the kids is like, "I was handling it fine. Why'd you have to intervene?"
And then
Kitty's like, "What?"
and then she got stuck in a beam of of the bleachers.
Yeah, these are kids that have like mutant powers, but they don't really
They don't
know
know
how
how
to
to
use
control
them
it
yet. Which, like, cranky mentor Kitty reminds me of the early days of her and Wolverine being together, where you got this chatty teen and this cranky older person.
She's the cranky older person.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yep, it's great. There's Kitty. Kitty's at a soccer game. So, yes, if anyone's wondering, it's the next book that I have loved a lot in 2 issues.
Yep.
But it is literally just Kitty Pride.
Yeah, this is this 2 issues in. Both issues, Emma shows up on like the last page, and I'm like, if we get too much Emma, I may not like it as much.
But she's literally been on 1 page in both issues, and it has been perfect both times.
Exactly. If
That's all
every
you
issue
need.
is just all Kitty and then a little splash of Emma, perfect.
I will be honest, I will be afraid that when this goes full-blown superhero, I may not like it as much.
Yeah,
But
that is a fear.
But if they keep her working at a bar and
Yeah.
doing these little stupid things, man, am I all in.
Yep. And she's at home, like she's in Chicago. That's where she's from.
Yep.
So she like at a bar in Chicago, like just working, living her life, trying to go out on dates and either forgetting what day it was or having it ruined by little teens.
Little teens.
Little teens.
Little babies.
Not to be confused with oval teens. That's a different thing.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. I need my old teen, please. All right. Man, there's a lot of books this time that aren't number 1s that
Yeah.
were actually are.
But this is fun because it's the book most hated by Reddit.
It's Amazing Spider-Man 59, which is just a battle of Tombstone and Spider-Man.
It's a brutal fight.
So I think in 58 it started. So half
Yeah.
of the book was them fighting. And in 59, it is literally them fighting the entire issue.
And man,
The entire issue.
it's one of the, like, I'm not the biggest fan of John Romita Jr.'s art. I will say this run on Spider-Man has been my favorite art of his since he did X-Men in the 80s.
Yeah, page 2.
But he really loves to draw dudes beating the crap out of each other.
And they do, man. It's bloody.
Yeah.
YouTube may censor us for all this blood.
And then the like right at the end of the issue, we get Spider-Man being so Spider-Man.
right?
Yeah.
And it's just one half line.
Yep, one panel, and it's like
He can't, before things happen, he doesn't even finish saying what he's saying, but you already know what it is. And like, that's the most
Yeah.
Spider-Man thing in this whole series.
Yep. So like people are mad at Zeb Wells for reasons, but I really feel like there's been a few issues in this run where it's like, this guy gets it.
Yeah.
He understands Peter Parker. He understands Spider-Man.
I still think, regardless of where you've liked his stories or not, I think he gets Spider-Man.
I think so too.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think everything that he's led up to and he's written, he gets where
And
Spider-Man's coming
I
from.
love what he's been doing with Tombstone. I'm a
Yeah.
big Tombstone fan. The DeMatteis run of Spectacular Spider-Man, some of my favorite Spider-Man books ever. And that whole run with him and Robbie in prison and whatnot, I loved all that.
And the final issue of his run will be the next one, 60. So
Yeah.
that is it.
One more issue. And then we get the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man.
So everyone gets to hate on something else.
Oh, yeah. Reddit is already like, oh, this is going to be the dumbest Spider-Man story ever. It sounds like it was a Black Cat story. Because, 9 lives,
lives.
8 deaths. I'm like, oh, Reddit.
Shut up.
I would think, once again, one of my problems is I just assume that people will learn, and I know
They
better.
won't.
And so Tess and I have this conversation all the time, and we just keep being shocked, right?
Right.
Like, oh, it was the same. It was the same thing with Superior Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
It's like everyone hated it before it came out, and it's one of the greatest
Yeah.
runs of.
I wonder if Zeb got any death threats because of Paul.
I guarantee you he did.
Yeah,
I'm sure he
like,
did.
I have never I love Spider-Man. I have a Spider-Man tattoo. I'm invested, but literally nothing they could do would make me give anyone a death threat over a comic book.
No, absolutely.
That
Like,
is-
there's nothing. Like there's nothing I could do.
I see what you did there, Brian.
Look at him. Yeah, there's nothing you could do in any comic that made me get upset to like.
Yeah.
Threatened to kill.
When I'm reading a book and I don't like it, I stop reading it and read something else.
What a concept.
It's crazy.
Yeah, what a concept. But I've enjoyed. I mean, overall, I've enjoyed Wells' stuff.
Yeah, it's
Right.
had its ups and downs like every other run
Uh-huh.
of Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, but I think I've enjoyed. I mean, as a whole, he's ending off strong.
Yeah.
So
And the part of the story that everyone hated the most, we liked the best. It was silly and fun.
silly and fun.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why people were mad about silly and fun.
I don't know, man.
People hate silly and fun.
But anyway, Amazing Spider-Man 59, one more issue of Zeb's and Romita Jr.'s, and then we're moving on.
I have forgotten the creative team that's coming on after this.
Not Wells and Romita Jr.
No, it's
And there's going to be a what if Minnie Mouse became Captain Marvel too? That comes out in November. It
would you
says so
say
right
she's
there.
a mini Marvel?
Yeah, she is a mini Marvel. I've enjoyed these stupid little what ifs.
Yeah, they've been fun. They've been really fun.
Once again, I like stupid fun.
We need more stupid fun.
I do like stupid fun. Ooh,
This is the second issue in a row where Transformers is not my pick of the week.
Transformers 13. This is the secret origin of Starscream.
Yep. And I think the reason it's not my pick this week because it's amazing beginning to end, the art, the story, all of it. But they're giving Starscream a tragic backstory, and I don't want to have any sort of feelings about Starscream other than rage.
And I still only have rage because I don't really care about his tragic backstory. But at the same time, I at least appreciated them telling it. I mean, I'm not overly shocked by what they did with his backstory, mainly because at one point everyone got along with Cybertron.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a new, but it was basically how he ended up joining with Megatron.
Yeah.
Is what came of it.
They did a really cool thing with Megatron's transformation.
Yep.
That I did not see coming, and I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, it's probably going to irritate some Transformer people, but I think if you're a true Transformer fan, the way they did Megatron and his transformation on Cybertron, you should sit there and go, you know what? Well played.
Yeah, it's clever.
It's clever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It is clever. It is well played, and then bring it on through that. So
we get to see Jetfire before he showed back up in Void Rivals.
Yeah.
And
why he was where he was in Void Rivals.
Yep, that's important.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really understand why Jetfire was like asleep on this rock for 1,000 years. But this is kind of like we see his motivation and what's going on. And there is, for those of you who know Transformers lore, there are Titans, which are like giant Transformers. They're
Omega
cities.
Supreme, right?
And Omega Supreme shows up in this book for just a minute, and it is really cool.
Yeah, in the flashback. And like Brian, like he's still just a villain, right? Like I don't fall for him at all. It's what made him choose the Decepticons over the Autobots is basically what the story is based on. But he still got to make a choice, right? And sometimes what leads you to the choice is not making a choice. If he would have chosen a side early on, the things that made him who he was, it wouldn't have happened. But I have no sympathy for him. Yes, it absolutely not.
It does remind me of the IDW run that was really good as far as like they haven't told us the reason for the war starting.
Right.
The IDW run from 10 years ago, we find out that the war started because the people that ended up being Decepticons were like the worker class,
right?
Which, Constructicons are some of the most famous Decepticons,
right?
And they wanted the ability to choose their alt forms. They didn't want to be stuck as machines of burden. And the ruling class were like, no. And so they started a war, and then
I'm pretty sure this one isn't going to be that way.
Maybe not. It definitely hinted that might, maybe.
Yeah.
But
I think it'd be harder with some of the other characters.
Yeah.
Especially with like
Shockwave and Soundwave. Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Not really sure that.
Yeah. I'm curious. I don't need to know all their backstories, but I will say that was one of the things I love most about the IDW runs, because we got to see everyone's tragic backstory.
Yeah. And
like even the most like horrible, like Megatron turned into a character I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
For a while.
Well, I think in that series, I think the biggest thing is when Optimus ripped off the Autobot symbol and put it, not when Megatron ripped off the Autobot symbol and put it on him.
Yeah.
Because it was Bumblebee's.
It was Bumblebee's. Yeah. He and Bumblebee, Megatron was in prison, and he and Bumblebee became friends.
Yep.
And Bumblebee gets killed, and he takes Bumblebee's Autobot symbol and slaps it on top of his Decepticon symbol, and he's like, I'm an Autobot now.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're all what now?
Yeah. That was a good series.
It was
but this has also been really good. It's just really different, and
it's the most brutal Transformers like fight scenes they've ever done.
Yeah. Well, I think what makes this book so brutal, if you haven't read it, is they're fluid, right? So all the battles are like if people were fighting. It's not robotic. It's not. Once again, they're treating them like true sentient beings, not like some robot or cyborg that can just be rebuilt.
Sometimes you got to German suplex a giant robot.
Brian, most books need an AC/DC soundtrack. From my perspective.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just saying. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. I think that one we'll talk about a little bit more. That one we may actually do spoilers, because I'm going to talk about the one scene.
Yeah.
I'm just going to talk about it because I'm going to flat out say it. So we'll wait. So my pick of the week is actually the first trade of the Thundercats, called Omens.
What?
Omens.
Oh, man.
Oh, men.
Oh, men. Gross.
It's raining, man. It's raining. Hallelujah.
So, yes. So the first trade's finally coming out, which is first five. First 5 issues. If you've been wanting to read Thundercats, now's your chance. I thoroughly enjoy this book.
It's a really, really good update to the stuff that we loved when we were kids.
Yeah. Like, I love the animated series back 80s when it came on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a few Thundercat series that's come out that's been kind of fun.
Yeah.
But not like this.
Yeah.
This has been a really good take on everything. So I've enjoyed it.
We've gotten I don't even remember if it was the first arc or the second, what they've been doing. There's a lot of flashbacks to Thundera, and like
it's both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the way
so
through.
I like how we're getting to see each character's personality come out in a way that we typically didn't get to see in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Because the cartoon was a 22-minute toy commercial for 10-year-olds. So like,
and I appreciated it greatly.
Me too. I loved it. But this is more story driven.
Yeah, 100%.
Than the stuff that we grew up with.
Like, I will say the first thing that happens in here is the Sword of Thundera gets broken.
Yeah, Sword of Omens.
Yeah, just
no more sight beyond sight, just broke beyond
just
broke. Yeah, which I was like, honestly, I was kind of like hurt by it, because that might be my favorite sword in all of like comic book.
Oh, it is by far.
I love that sword.
It's 1. The Power Sword is 2. Like, those are my 2 favorite swords of all time.
Yeah.
That's why I own one of each.
I think, yeah, that might be my 2 favorite swords too. Yeah.
There's not much better than
they're
than
awesome.
those to me. I'm sure there's other cool things out there. But...
And with the Thundercats, Lion-O does the thing and then shines the red laser beam into the clouds where all the cats chase it. Like the whole thing is Lion-O's got a laser pointer, and that the rest of the Thundercats just run to it. It's brilliant.
It is pretty brilliant. All right, we're still going to wait till last.
And I don't think laser pointers even existed when that originally came out.
I'm sure they did in some form, but they were probably something that took up an entire warehouse. And all right, from Distillery, also this week is Blasphemous. Big hardcover.
Yeah.
Technically, one distributor sent this out like
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, but now it's out again. So we just wanted to put it out there that if you've been wanting to pick up some Distillery books, this is the Mirka and Dolfo's What If Taylor Swift Became a God?
A saint?
A saint, whatever. Same thing.
Yeah, it's basically
this principle is the same thing.
pop stars as religious icons is the gist of the book.
And I'm picking on Taylor Swift, so it's not her.
Her boyfriend could beat you up.
Yeah, but then couldn't be able to play because they could suspend him. The NFL don't work on rules, man. But anyway, so if you like Mirka and Dolfo stuff, you'll probably like this. It's a little stranger than some of it, but
Yeah.
but it's not sweet paprika.
No, but it's the closest thing that I've ever read to this is a book. It was Italian, I think, called Skydoll that Marvel translated and brought over.
I love
15
Skydoll.
years ago.
Skydoll is great.
But it's the same idea that you've got this being that does not seem in any way religious based, and they're using it as an icon to almost like talk about the business of religion, and the hypocrisy.
Say it isn't so.
But anyway, it's not so much about faith as it is about religion. There's a fine line there, but they straddle it pretty well.
Okay, so the next book is Tommy's pick of the week, but it was only because I didn't feel like wrestling him out back. It was getting dark, and I just didn't care.
We both wanted to pick this, and we made Tess read it.
And we did.
I did read it.
And Tess read it, and it's the reintroduction of the DC Bullet logo.
Yeah.
And it's absolute Batman. We're all in, number one. And this is Scott Snyder and Nick Dragata. And I guess Frank Martin did the inks, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
it is really well done from beginning to end. And it's probably the first time in a while that when Tom Taylor does Batman.
Yeah, we'll read Detective.
We'll read Detective when Tom does
Yeah.
it. But right now, this is the first time I've picked up a Batman book in a while that I've thoroughly enjoyed. And you don't need to know anything about Batman. It is going to handle all of that for you. It truly is their ultimate type universe and what was created. It is.
How spoiler do you want to get? Here's your warning. If you don't want to be spoiled, you should turn us off now. Because we're going to talk a lot about this book because there's a lot going on in it.
Because I'm going to talk about one part.
Okay, you go ahead. Let me see which part you're going to talk about.
I'm going to talk about his emblem.
Oh, the emblem. Okay.
I'm going to talk about the emblem. So the emblem was a big, when they first showed this, the emblem became a big thing on the internet and everyone hated it immediately.
People on the internet hated something?
I know. And I'm sitting there going, it's just an emblem on this shirt. Like, why are people getting upset? Like, once again, it's just a thing and no one has read the book.
Yeah.
And people hated it. And I think even Scott Snyder came out and basically said, like, every time someone complains about it, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger on his chest. Well, so he's in a battle. He's fighting in here. And someone shows up with
a cleaver.
Yeah, shows up with a meat cleaver. So Batman reaches in one of his pouches and he pulls out
like a metal rod.
A metal rod that's so many inches that extends. And then he puts it up to his chest. And this thing here is a battle axe.
Yeah, he's like chunk right at the bottom of it and just pulls it off.
So it is a giant metal piece on his chest to protect him that he doubles as a battle axe.
And suddenly the meat cleaver went flying.
the meat cleaver didn't last at all. And I'm sitting there going, this is the most awesome scene in the comic I have seen in a very long time. And that's how I got Tess to read it.
Yep.
As I showed her a battle
Sold.
axe.
So this is a different origin story for Batman. His father is not a doctor. His father is a teacher.
Yep.
And Bruce is brilliant and has won an award. And by winning the science fair award thing, his whole class got a trip to the zoo. So his father is chaperoning him and his class as they go to the zoo. And there's a mass shooting. And that is the new Batman origin story.
And he is jacked, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's juicing yet or not.
Yeah.
But boy, is he jacked. Like,
so he is not rich. That is one of the things. Like, it's Batman without the money, without the gadgets.
His mom's
like a district attorney.
Yeah,
Because we see her at a press conference with Mayor Gordon. I think Mayor's like the Gordon.
Yeah.
Gordon's the mayor, and Bullock is the commissioner of police.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of characters that we're familiar with. Alfred is in the book, but he is not the Alfred that we've ever seen before. And then every part of Batman's costume is a weapon.
Yes, every part.
The cape isn't really a cape. It's weighted. It's almost like slivers of cape that are weighted that he like slings around and hits people with. And then
like getting beat with a rubber hose.
And then he like does something and hunches over like this, and spikes shoot up out of his back. Like his whole thing. Cool. And he's gigantic. He's like bodybuilder huge.
Let's see if I can find a picture of. So this picture right here is Bruce. Right?
Yeah, the
here.
giant dude.
The giant dude here. This is Bruce. Like he's jacked. Like he is just a young jack dude.
Yeah.
Like he's probably in his 20s in here.
And they introduce a ton of very classic Batman villains. I'd say 6 of them, I think, in a way that is completely new and fresh. And then a classic Batman villain. He and Bruce are pals. He's not a villain. He's just a guy that Bruce knows from his childhood.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Absolute Catwoman yet, but we've seen a picture of a young Selena Kyle hanging out with Bruce and his friends.
Yeah, they were all friends.
His friends like Harvey Dent and Waylon. I can't remember Waylon's last name.
They do a whole segment on
his buddy Ed Nigma. Like they introduce.
Yeah, they show you a picture.
They very quickly introduce a bunch of characters without really bringing all of them into the story. So yeah. I cannot wait to see what Snyder, and it's shocking to me that Scott Snyder wrote Batman for so long, and he's like, you know what? I've got a new, fresh story to tell.
Yeah.
That's completely different than anything I've done before.
Yeah, and if you like, I don't know if you can see the cover, but his arms are actually inside his cape, right? So it's how he's using them as weapons. So everything is built because he's jacked. Like,
yeah,
like he's not playing around.
Yeah.
But it was really good. Like this was really good. And I'm probably looking more forward to Wonder Woman.
And there's a couple moments in this book where, you know, Bruce is usually like dark and broody all the time. He gets a little sassy a couple times in this book, which I like. Yeah. And like, it's not him trying to be funny. It's just him being a little quippy in a way that is just like, I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
Like this may end up being my favorite iteration of Batman. We'll see how it goes.
You ruined my gun.
But like,
well, I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
sorry.
I highly recommend. I know we've given you a bunch of spoilers, but I highly recommend checking out Absolute Batman.
Yeah, we gave you some spoilers, but we still didn't go through that whole book. There's a bunch of really cool stuff.
I read DC sent me an advanced PDF of this about a month ago, and I read it, and then I read it again last night, and I think I liked it better the second time. I also, they sent me. Also, I've read Absolute Wonder Woman, which comes out in a few weeks, which I think is better than this. So,
yeah, I'm actually looking forward more to Wonder Woman than I am Batman. But the Batman was really good. Yeah,
so far for me, the Absolute universe is 2 for 2. Really 3 for 3 if you look at the All In from last week, which I ordered up on and sold out of.
Really?
Yep, we sold
Wow.
out.
I will admit the all-in one shot last week was insane.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
So much was so
There
happening.
was so
Yeah.
much going on that like I actually started it and I had to stop. And I'm like, obviously I'm not in the mood, not the mindset to read this because there was just so much happening.
Well, the wild thing is with a flip book, and you read the one side and then you flip it over, and you're getting through the second story, and the two stories actually meet in the middle.
Yeah, they did a great job.
It
was
crazy.
I'm assuming it's going to get as extreme as the original Ultimate stuff. I mean, this first issue for Batman was pretty brutal.
And Wonder Woman's backstory really lends her to being more like punch first, ask questions later.
Versus
or stab because she's got a giant anime sword.
Wow.
And then Superman is going to be from Brazil.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I haven't read Superman yet, but I'm excited to see it.
And we do know there's going to be an absolute Flash coming out later.
Oh, right.
Because that was shown yesterday.
Yeah. Who's doing that? Who'd you say was doing that?
I think it's Zerdasky.
I
think he's doing that. Yeah, it's Zerdasky doing that. So that should be really good. And it's going to be Wally.
Absolute Wally.
Yeah, absolutely Wally.
Almost as cool as Absolute Wallabies.
Wally Gator. Then there's a new Terminator comic coming out. Neither one of us has read that yet.
And Toxic Avenger, new Toxic Avenger comic. I have a little stack here that I haven't read yet. This week starts Action Comics' new weekly run, which I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I can tell you that the first issue was fantastic. The negative zone projector cracked and some weird amalgamation of Kryptonians came out, and it was 3 of them kind of Frankenstein together. It was gross and weird. And then the backup story is Supergirl going on a secret mission, and the mission's so secret she's got some new superpower where she's like making people like not remember where she is or why they're talking to her or whatever. Like, I don't know what's going on because it was a backup story and it was very cryptic, but they're both very good.
And then the creepiest cover of the week goes to Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in that book because I haven't been reading it, but
So when you're in here, check and see if we still have them, but look at the Fantastic Four because it is creepy. And I'm like, this is a Fantastic Four book?
Yeah. They're like last issue, Johnny made out with the centipede lady, and then this issue, there's like a skull and some blood or something. I don't know. It's some crazy stuff going on.
Anyway, next up is things happening at Richmond Comics on the 25th of October. We have these on the counter. You might could see it. All right, go, Tommy, go.
All right. So the voice actor for Silver the Hedgehog and the actor who was the Lunar Wolf Power Ranger in Power Rangers Wild Force will both be here signing on Friday the 25th from 3 to 7. Cyrus messaged me the other day and was like, hey, the guy that was the voice of Silver, what's his name? And then it turns out that he was a voice actor in some show that they made, like a stop motion animation with Barbie dolls that his girlfriend is really into and his friend Quinn told him about years ago, I guess. It looks ridiculous.
I'm sure it is.
It's like a teen soap thing, but they did it with stop motion Barbie dolls. Yeah, it looks.
That's funny.
It looks like the right kind of dumb. So anyway, Cyrus said he's probably coming to this.
Really?
To get an autograph for his girlfriend.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Cyrus in a while anyway, so that'd be awesome.
So anyway, you should come by, meet a hedgehog and a Power Ranger.
I mean, come on. Where else can you go?
And then the next day,
such short notice. On the next day is the 3rd annual Haunted Woods here in Midlothian at Midlothian Mines.
It's gonna be spooky.
7:30 to 10:30.
Yeah,
there you go. You can read it.
So there's a fall festival and a cornhole tournament that starts at 1. So basically, we're gonna be out there. I'm gonna be out there set up at 1, and I will be there basically till it gets dark, because that's when all the vendor stuff sort of winds down because everybody's doing the haunted trail.
Right.
Which this year maybe I'll actually get to go on the haunted trail because the other 2 years I've done this, I did not have time. Because one of them, my night was interrupted because the alarm went off here, and I had to run over here to see who was robbing us. Spoiler: it was no one.
Are you going to do the cornhole tournament? Or
probably not.
Or as I like to call it, beanbag toss.
Yeah, beanbag toss.
Beanbag
Weird.
toss tournament.
That's what I called it too. Cornhole meant something different when we were kids.
Marketing, man.
It's wild.
Marketing is wild. We're going to take this thing called beanbag toss and turn it into this, and we'll sell it to a whole bunch of drinking people.
Yeah.
Sure.
When we went to Virginia Tech for the game a few weeks ago, people had like rented out like multiple parking spaces so they could play cornhole.
Yeah.
It's
at all.
Yeah, it was
it's
wild.
really weird. Yeah. it's really weird. What does that look for, Tess?
Sorry, I'm reading the comments.
Oh, okay.
That's good. That's good, Megan.
I knew what she was reading. That's why I was wanting to see how. Yeah. I've been sitting there reading the comments while you were talking, and I saw Tess's face. I'm like, "What are you reading there, Tess?"
Nothing.
Oh man. Yep, I'm with Rachel. That's a visual I will never forget.
Well,
now.
you know.
I'm not even going to say it out loud. I think that we need to keep this a secret.
Is it like the One Ring? Keep it secret.
Yeah.
Keep it safe.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, so that's these events coming up for this month. So lots going on there.
We've got the VA Comic Con in November.
Yep.
We're gonna be set up at Cosplay World in December. Then we'll have
we're set up there.
Yeah.
Right? RCX Media.
RCX Media will be set up at
RCX Media will be set up at Cosplay World.
At Cosplay World, yeah.
In December.
I'm working on some
at
stuff.
The place that's in Henrico that I can't think of.
Yeah.
We'll get more
as we get
information.
closer. And then I'm working on the date for the Powhatan Comic Con.
Virginia Comic Con still at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, I think it's the
not fairgrounds. I'm sorry, the Raceway.
Raceway. Once upon a time.
Yeah, sorry. Still at the Raceway.
Still at the Raceway.
Yeah.
That's the week before Thanksgiving.
It's the week before Thanksgiving.
The Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and I think the Cosplay World where RCX Media will be is set up is the first.
It's the 7th, I think.
I think it's the first Saturday in first Saturday in December.
Hey, I have this whole calendar here on my phone.
What? So,
December 7th.
Yeah, Jacqueline and I will actually be cosplaying at that Cosplay World.
I also might be cosplaying.
So
we'll see. We'll see if we can get it done in time.
We'll have a table in Artist Alley, right?
Yeah, we'll be in Artist Alley because we are artists.
Sure. Why not?
You
Why
can
not?
be anything you want.
Anything I want, right? Actually, Jacqueline has a very good cosplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hers is actually pretty brilliant. I've never seen anyone do it, so.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm not going to say it here. I may tell you after we get off the air, but I can't say it here until she unveils it because it's actually really brilliant. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good.
Phoebe's helping me with mine because she knows how to do things and I don't.
Yeah, I got to start on mine. I haven't started on mine yet, so it'll probably be in the next week.
By helping me with mine, I mean I sent her a picture and I was like, "Can you make this? Because I don't know how to do anything. I'm just a baby."
So we had we uploaded some stuff from Tess and Jacqueline last week out there. So it was a book club that they did, and then it was their wrap up of the month, which is called Unwrapped. Yeah, I can't remember.
It's been a long day.
I at least watched the show.
And then
may not remember the name, but I at least watch our shows. And then this week we have our next Cancel My Box, which is talking about hope and hope in comics. And we picked a handful of trades that will show that the theme is hope. And then we talk about a few characters that they are just hope in themselves. So And then theoretically in 2 weeks, we're supposed to do After Dark.
Theoretically.
So, and that is supposed to be creator versus
Creation.
creation. So we haven't really discussed that yet.
Yeah, we all have a lot of thoughts about it.
But yeah, that should be actually really good. We just got to figure out how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that. And then you'll probably see some more stuff coming out from RCX Media
Eventually.
Yeah. Like there's some things that I'm trying to work on, but I'm still dealing with Richmond comic stuff that I just need to get done with. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Who knew it'd be so much to sell a place?
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. So I'll be working on some more stuff. I got some stuff to upload. Like I have an unboxing of some Dirty Pair stuff to do, and then I have the SPX haul.
Oh, right.
That I haven't uploaded yet either. Yeah. So there'll be stuff like that that we'll have. Yeah. Unless they're changing their minds, yes, the After Dark will be live.
No, I think we're down for doing it live.
I'm down.
Okay.
There's a conflict.
Yep, we will be. So we will be doing that After Dark live. I don't have anything. That's a Friday night. Jacqueline won't even be home. She'll be at some football game.
Football.
It's the 18th.
Yeah. Yep. That should be live at 9:30.
Yeah.
That is the plan. So we will be talking heavily about creator versus creation, and it will probably go across different topics, like not just comics, but TV, movies, music, everything. So bring your topics too, because
oh yeah, we'd love to hear
yes,
like your creator versus creation, like things that you love, but it's hard to love now because of what you know about the creator. I struggle a lot more with that than he does. Phoebe makes fun of me a lot, justifiably.
I mean, this won't show up on there, but as an example that we talk about a lot of times, I don't like Tom Cruise. I love every one of his movies. Everyone. Even the ones I don't like, I enjoy. Like, and there's movies of his that I have watched multiple times to try to find a problem with, and I can't. I enjoy it. I get to the end and I'm like, yeah, I still like it.
He was highly entertaining at the end of the Olympics. It made me mad. So mad.
I'm just saying. It's like, why?
Yeah, I know.
But it won't, like, that one is a more simpler one than the conversation we're going to get in after dark. Yeah. So
yeah, that's just,
but that was a really simple example of like Tom Cruise is not going to be anywhere near the
it's
anywhere,
a small, short, little compact example.
Yes, exactly. We were watching the Reacher movies, and Jacqueline goes, "So how tall do you think those shoes are to make him taller than Kobe Smothers?" I'm like, and it's probably wearing like 12-inch heels.
He's got those platform shoes with the fish bowls in them.
Not the fish bowls.
So anyway, so in case you didn't hear, it's Tessa's birthday. She's now 21.
Blackjack.
Yeah. She wins. House.
Magical.
Anything else, people? You're all good?
Nothing else.
I think that's all I got.
All right.
Very tired.
We will be back.
Bye-bye.
Back next Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Our show will be on Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still releasing stuff Friday night, so we'll still release those at 9:30. And then we'll be back live here next Tuesday for some other round
Shenanigans?
of stuff. Yeah. Sure.
We have shenaned. We will shenan again.
Yeah, we will. Let me reach over here. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Like and subscribe now.